All right. Hey, welcome back to another hangout. I have a familiar face here. You might recognize this guy. He is my friend, Pastor Frank Sabatini from our St. Charles campus, and we've been spending a lot of time together recently through the screen, of course. But just really trying to navigate the uncharted waters of leading campuses in a time like this. So, Frank, why don't you say hello and introduce yourself?
Hey guys and gals, I'm Frank. I'm sure you've met me. I've met a bunch of you out there in Warrenton. I love your campus. I love what you guys are doing out there. St. Charles loves you guys. We supported you from the very get-go. Look forward to great things with all of our campuses.
Awesome, man. So, tell me a little bit about, being a campus pastor right now. Was this on your radar a few years back? You've been in ministry for a long time, but did you ever see yourself as a campus pastor?
No, I mean, I've been in youth ministry for 17 years as a youth pastor at three different churches. Well, I wasn't a youth pastor here. I was the associate as a volunteer, but I always had I did see myself as a pastor at some point. A campus pastor, I hadn't thought that, I've just gone with this thing, man. Honestly, I, if you would have asked me this when I was in my 20s or even my 30s, I'd have said, you're crazy. Uh, Honestly, because I was not living right. I was a sailor from the get-go, and this transformation for me has just been amazing, and it's been hard at times, like we see today, but it's so fulfilling. This is what I was made to do.
That's great, man. It's funny because I really feel the same way. I had no idea I would be getting to do this, and it definitely wasn't on my radar either. What keeps you busy outside of church? You got a family, and I'm sure you've got some things you like to do outside of church. Tell us a little bit about your family.
So, uh, my daughter likes to do everything. So, bike riding, skateboarding. We got a trampoline in the backyard, so she's wanting to do something all the time. She's got arts and crafts, so she pulls me into a lot of that stuff. My son is a gamer. He wants to be a YouTuber. So he's always trying to get me on his Nintendo Switch and show me his latest moves. He's always beating me. I'm not good at video games. Just and then, of course, my wife and I, we enjoy going out to dinner and actually just chilling at home watching a good movie. Really, Disney Plus is like our number one thing.
Right on, man. I know we've been watching so much Disney Plus. I think before this is all over, we might have seen everything on there. Um, so, when people see you and meet you and get to hear you talk, one of the first things people might think is you're not from around here, are you?
Yeah,
so,
right. You
so
think?
we're yeah, exactly. What part of New York did you grow up in?
I was born in Queens, which is a part of the city. It's one of the five boroughs, but I was only there till I was three, and so. But my family originated in Queens, so both my mom's side and my dad's side. We moved to a little town called Island Park, which is in Nassau County, which is just outside of the city, and it was a beautiful little town. Like everybody knows everybody. It was probably like three major families in there that like married everybody. It was just crazy, but I love the city. I mean, I've been back there more times than even as I was a kid since I've been an adult. And there's just something about it. It just has this awe about it and an attitude. And I grew up with that, being sarcastic and sometimes gruff, I guess, or as they call what is it? Because my name is Frank, I'm very frank. Uh, so I don't know,
That's
but
fitting.
exactly. Well, they say, your name means something. So every time someone's calling your name, you're hearing that, and and it's like a declaration on you. So it's kind of wild that that's how it's worked out for me. But I love New York, but I love St. Charles too. We really love it here.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. And I've known you, gosh, for 5, 6 years at least. Over the course of getting to know you, I also know outside of ministry, you have a vast background. You've served in military, Coast Guard.
Mm.
Thank you for your service. But you've also been a business owner as well. And so, there's people watching this right now, and even at your campus, that are community influencers, that are business owners, and also people that are first responders. Speak to that group just for a minute. The people in the community. What encouragement can you give them right now?
I'll tell you something I was listening to today about unusual things and that we need unusual wisdom, how Joseph was given supernatural prophetic wisdom, and to be a business owner and to be even in the military as a leader, you have to have some of that so that you can lead your people. I mean, I've been in life and death situations on the water where if I had done one thing wrong, I could have hurt somebody or killed somebody. Um, you know, in business, you're not going to kill anybody, but people can fail. You make wrong decisions and a business goes under. Like right now with this crisis, there are plenty of businesses that are going out. I mean, we just lost Gold's Gym. It's gone. It's not going to be out here anymore. 12 of them.
Wow.
So you got to make the decisions. And those that give, the ones that are give of themselves to the community. I mean, there's so many cool stories going on right now. But I know a lot of people, when they feel like they failed, they quit and they give up and they just move on. But if you're an entrepreneur and you're a business owner or you're somebody that's in that, you can't give up. Guys like Ford, who went bankrupt, didn't give up, and look at that company. Guys like Walt Disney, who bankrupted, I think, more than once. He never gave up, and look at that company.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Don't give up. There's hope always around the corner. You keep your eyes on Jesus and all is well. What happened yesterday doesn't matter. What you're doing today and how you plan for tomorrow, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
That's such a good word, Frank. That is such a good word. And being a pastor, I know that we often come across people who are stressed out, that are going through stuff right now. Maybe they're not business owners or first responders, but they're just trying to get by right now. Maybe their job's on the line. Maybe they've been furloughed. That advice you just gave is so applicable to even to that group of people as well. What's some other advice you can give to people that are just going through a really tough season right now, like never before?
Well, first and foremost, obviously, if you don't know Jesus, you need to get and receive him as your Lord and Savior, because peace doesn't come without him. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. You'll have peace for a time, but it won't last, because things like this can crush you. But once you've got that, then you need to focus on him and keep your hope and all your belief in him, because he's going to be what gets you through it. But you have to do some steps, right? Faith without works is dead. So you need to get in your word. This is the 5 things I've told kids since I was a youth pastor early on. You need to get in your word. You need to be around people with like and precious faith. You need to pray to the one who matters, Jesus, right? You need to give of yourself, and you also need to fast sometimes, because fasting, when you subtract something out of your life, it causes you to go deeper in the things of God. And so also this is a big one. Know that you're not alone. You're not alone. This traveling, this journey we're on, you always have somebody with you, be it the Holy Spirit or your church family or your family, or just your neighbors or whatnot. You're not alone. So don't be afraid to ask for a hand. We have a donation center at both of at the Wentzville campus and at the St. Charles campus. Come down and get something if you need it. Don't be afraid to ask. I love when people come out and ask, and then they're humble. It's like, don't be humble. Come boldly to the throne room. If you need something, you got to go to God. Say ask. You got to ask. You got to knock for him to answer. So come on. What are we doing this for?
Man,
I'm not sitting on 1,000 rolls of toilet paper for nothing. Come on.
Frank, that is so good, man. Thank you for your encouragement and advice, dude. I love your passion. I love that passion that comes through that, and people can really see that pastoral heart you have, man. So thank you so much for that encouragement. Well, hey, man, I got a quick bonus round. Are you ready for some rapid fire Q&A? All right.
Go.
Here we go, man. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Get out of here, man. Come on. Early riser or night owl?
Night owl.
Yeah, I know that. Current favorite show?
Blacklist.
Dude, that's a good one. Love that one. Favorite book?
Oh, All In by Mark Batterson.
Ooh, all right. Mark Batterson's great. And if you could meet anyone, past or present, who would it be and why?
Oh wow! You know what? I thought I answered this a while ago. Oh wow! You know, honestly, George Washington is somebody. Of course, everybody's gonna say Jesus, right? We're gonna say
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
and I get to talk to him every day, so it's so good. But George Washington. I mean, think about a guy that is starting something that never ever on this planet, and then to like become the president, and then not want to become king, and say, no, 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 I'm good. You guys need to move on without me. I mean, there. If you look at his lifespan and all the things that he did, like even the wars before the revolution, he was in a battle that they would try. He was on a horse. He was a lieutenant or something, and they tried to shoot him. They tried they were literally trying to kill him because normally when you take out the officer, all the enlisted run, right? He had bullet holes all through his jacket, and he had some sort of flask or something that actually had a bullet hit in his.
Oh my goodness.
So this
Wow.
guy was like, I believe in providence. I believe that God has called us to something, and this guy was called for such a time as that. That he set up this country and laid a foundation. I mean, it was he was very uh, focused on Christ. If you look at the first inauguration, which was I've been to the place where he was inaugurated in New York, and where he walked from there to the nearest church to pray. That was the second thing he did after he got inaugurated. He went and prayed.
Oh
And
man.
so this is the
Wow.
type of guy that I would really love to talk to. Um,
Man, that's for sure. And you want to talk about navigating uncharted waters. I mean, that
exactly,
this is a new country
exactly.
he helped start. So, wow, that's such a great answer, Frank. Hey, man, thank you so much for hanging out with us and just letting us get to know you a little bit more. And man, you guys are doing awesome work out there in St. Charles, literally changing lives. So, thank you for all you do, Frank.
Thank you for having me, man. We love you all.
All right, peace out.
Yeah.